Hey, Jimmy from Cuffin Stuff. Well, today we've got another one of my favorites. This is a Steakhouse chop barbecue sandwich. Oh my goodness, this is so good. If you like pork chops, I'm gonna show you how to do it. So, hang tight. Okay, well, let me catch you up on where we are here. This is a pork loin that I have cut in half. I have trimmed up, and this little piece right here is all I've got left to trim up. And I'm just gonna take and just pretty them up, take that fat and silver skin, cut him off. As you see, not only have I cut him in half this way, cut it in half that way, but I've also cleaned him up, cut some of the loin off on this side, took the silver skin off, and I didn't want to bore you with that long process, but basic to say, I've cut it in half and cleaned it up, okay? All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take and lay my hand down, and just about right there, I'm gonna take and I'm gonna cut that piece off, and I'm gonna do the same here, and I'm gonna get 3 pieces out of this. Now, this is just for me and my wife, so this will be plenty for us. All right, I'm gonna take and start to butterfly this, okay? And all I'm doing is opening it up, and I'm not gonna cut it all the way through. I'm just opening it up so it'll lay out flat like this, okay? Let's see, I've got about half the thickness I had on that piece of meat, and I'm gonna do all 3 pieces that way. And again, I'm just opening it up. And you see it just sort of peels open. This is where a good sharp knife really helps. But I'm going to take all 3 of these pieces. I'm going to lay them open like that. And we're going to take and get them to where they open out. All right, now see, I've got them twice as big. All right, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this meat, and I'm just taking a Ziploc bag, and I'm going to slide it in the Ziploc bag. Now, this is going to help me not make a mess, all right? And I'm just going to take and pound it. I'm going to pound it down flat. And this helps me from making a mess all over the kitchen, believe me. And I think it actually helps me get a nice even piece. And there we go. And that's about the thickness I want. And you can see it's down to about like that size, all right? Now, I'm gonna take this piece, and I'm going to take the tenderizer. I'm going to take and tenderize it a little bit. Now, I know I've had some questions about using this. Doesn't it dry it out? Well, we're cooking hot and fast. It's not going to make a whole lot of difference, okay? And this is basically all I'm going to do to this piece of meat. Okay, that's ready to be seasoned. Let me do the other 2, and I'll bring you back. Okay, so you see, we basically have got 3 large pork steaks, which is what we want. We're gonna make sandwiches out of these. Oh, this is gonna be so good. And so what I'm going to use today, I'm going to use a combination of stuff. This And I know you know what this is. This is Uncle Steve's shake. This is the original that I'm gonna use. I had run out of original. I had to buy me some. This is good stuff. Since we got the very first shake, this has been one of my favorites. All right, with that, I smell it already. It smells tremendous. Love that shake. All right, with that, I'm gonna add just a touch of Montreal steak seasoning. I'm doing that just for the texture. This is a coarse ground seasoning, and I'm add it to the top. Oh my goodness. All right, now I'm gonna flip it and do the other side. And let me get this side done and I'll bring you back. Okay, I have the seasoning on both sides. I'm gonna put this in a pan. I'm gonna stick it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes or so. I'm gonna let this sweat in, and then when it gets time, I'll take you out to the grill and we'll put it on the grill and go from there. Okay, well, my better half had a brilliant idea. Why don't we soften the onions up just a little bit in butter? And since we're gonna definitely add onions, almost sauteed in butter, can't be anything but a plus. So let's add these onions. We're gonna brown them up in this skillet just for a second. And then we'll go out to the grill. So we'll bring you back. Okay. Well, you see we got the PK set up in a 2-zone. I have an escape zone because I've got these pounded out pretty thin. So I'm going to lay them on the direct heat to start with. Oh yeah, you hear that sizzle? See if I can get all 3 of them on the heat here. All right. Let's be sure I don't want the lid to close on it. Close it back up. And we're gonna let that go for 2 minutes. And then when we do, we'll bring you back. Okay, that's 2 minutes. Let's turn these boys over. Oh yeah, isn't that pretty? You see that part I had laying them up on top of the meat there? All right. Really tell the difference. All right, let's start laying down a little barbecue sauce. Oh, hello, bird. I tell you what, the animals around the Cuff and Stuff cooking shack, they love a cook. They really do. All right. We're gonna start to get some of that glaze on. And let's close him back up. And we're gonna let it go another 2 minutes. Okay, well, that's 2 minutes on that side. See how we're doing. Let's turn them back over. That's all I can say. It's because I got to smell it. I know all you got to do is look at it, but I got to smell it. All right. Turn him over. Get a little of this barbecue sauce on this side. And I'm gonna get to eat this. All right. Well, let me tell you. All right. Now we're gonna back off. We're gonna start a minute on each side. I don't want to burn that glaze, so we will go with a minute. Okay, there's a minute on that side. Now, let me tell you, this is really old school grilling. And what we don't want to do is we don't want to burn the barbecue sauce. So we're going to keep flipping and glazing till we get that barbecue sauce, and we're going to get it grilled on there. And I'm going to tell you, this is, if you haven't learned this, your daddy or your granddaddy didn't teach you how to grill anything, because this is just old school as it gets. All right, got that in there. Let's close it up. Another minute. Okay. Here's that side. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I got it open this time. Come on. Let's check it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. You know what? It's time right now. Let's take it off. All right, now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put these in, I'm gonna go in and tint them with aluminum foil, and I'm gonna let them rest just a little bit. And what that's going to do is that's going to keep them from drying out. These should still be tender. So let me go in and let them rest, and we'll bring you back. Okay, we've let this rest for a few minutes, and let's put a little bit more barbecue sauce on here. Gotten hungry cooking this one. Okay, so let's take, and we'll take one of these, put right here, and I guess take another one. Oh my goodness. That is definitely covering that bun and then some. All right, let's take, we sauteed a few onions. So let's take a few onions and put on top. And we're gonna take a few pickles. We're going to put the pickles on top of the onions. Like pickles. These are just dill chips. Spread them out. My goodness, what a sandwich, what a sandwich. Okay. And for mine, I'm gonna take and put just a smidgen of sliced jalapeno peppers on mine for flavor, and just a tiny bit, just a tiny bit of heat. All right, let's press that on top, and oh my goodness. Well, here we go again. My favorite part. Now let me tell you, this is a sandwich. What is a sandwich? Oh my goodness. That Uncle Steve shake. Love the original. I'm going back. Well, another one of my favorite sandwiches. Oh my goodness, that's good. Well, thanks for sticking around. That turned out, you will not believe how that, Try it. Simple to do, old school, but great. If you haven't already, hit the circle on this side. I'll have another video for you over here. Until next time, hang tight.